I know another big thing that's been a development of later environmental searches, both in relation to there being a lot more environmental issues, but also environmentally conscious people, buyers, sellers, in relation to their surroundings. Could you give me a bit more information on environmental searches?
Yeah, so environmental reports are a relatively new search, really. They were driven by the Environmental Protection Act 1990, or what they call Port 2A, which is all to do with contaminated land, and that's really around historic land use. That, you know, these days we're very good at dealing with these things in planning applications and making sure that land's being cleared up. However, historically we've not been so good at that. And therefore you can find instances where a house may well have been built upon an old garage, or or places that have tanning industry was a real bad contaminant with arsenic. Timber works use lots of chemicals, and there's not necessarily any proof or evidence that these sites have ever been cleaned up. And it's a fundamental issue that, you know, I'm aware of a golf course near my mum and dad that my mum used to play on, where the sand turned green. And a actual whole golf course got encircled with metal brown and closed and hasn't been touched for 15 years. They are now looking at redeveloping the site. But this stuff really does happen. And it's quite rare. The risk is relatively low in terms of the number of transactions. But do you want your child playing in a garden that's potentially going to give them cancer? And I think, you know, you ask that 30, 40 quid for a report that gives you some comfort around that. Or, in the worst case scenario, says, actually, there might be an issue here. You need to do a site investigation before you buy the property. That's important stuff, I think. And I think, you know, whilst the risk is low, you know, you don't want to be the one that gets caught out.